It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler, calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he goes out right around the 39. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. To the air again, Herbert. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Running on first down, Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Herbert. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know we'll be back the very next series.
As Indy's offense takes the field for the first time, we take a look at Matt Ryan, top 10 all-time in passing yards, playing his first career season outside of Atlanta.
And I think if there's one quarterback in the league who sometimes gets taken for granted, to me it's Matt Ryan, because I think throughout his career, he's been consistently excellent. Frequent member of the 4,000-yard club, savvy veteran, knows how to throw the deep ball and create big plays, and yes, he will beat you from the pocket.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. After the interception, here's Ryan. That is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Ryan. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd. They feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, Matt Hawk on to punt for Indy. DeAndre Carter back deep. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 37. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
We're scoreless after one. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. This is swung out to Eckler. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Colts pick it up.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was trying to find Mo Alley-Cox, his tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Ryan. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Now Ryan on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Ryan. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ryan will throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Ryan. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and 3. Now Ryan. He'll find Pick. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's ride, dog. Let's ride.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick here is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports halftime report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway from the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Well, the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there, because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Left side, he finds Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game, as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And tough going there, as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. It's Eckler again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Herbert on 1st down now. That's again complete to Palmer. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From the 17, Herbert. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Eckler now between the tackles. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Eckler again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Herbert. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Ryan. Over the middle. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now Herbert following the turnover toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Matt Ryan of the offense, down by 12, 2:24 to go. They've yet to dent the scoreboard tonight. Now they've got to do it twice late if they want a chance here. On first down, Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Following the fumble recovery, Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Up the middle with Eckler. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Once more, here's Eckler. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. One last shot for Ryan. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.